Hi, and welcome to WGLH TV. I'm Eric Bruno.
I'm Ann Golden.
And I'm Dave Fox with sports.
Since it's so nice out today and so hot inside, we thought we'd bring you this show from the courtyard next to our studio.
Well, thanks for telling me, Ann. I forgot to wear my jams today.
Well, I love these great old outdoors.
Actually, I feel sorry for the people that have to stay inside today.
Actually, there's some pretty exciting things happening inside too, Eric.
That's true, Ann. Right in our own air-conditioned Lincoln High School auditorium where the business law classes are having their mock trial. Here's Dan with the story.
Hi, this is Dan Sherman of WGLH, and I'm at the mock trial. First of all, let's take a look at Lee Worley swearing in Kenny Schiffman.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please.
No, this is not an actual courtroom you're seeing. This is Gahanna Lincoln's version of a real courtroom called mock trial. Mock trial is run by Mr. Callahan, and the participants are the students in his personal law class. The students are given a case and some background on the case. This year's case had to do with an athlete at school who was accused of having smoked marijuana and was removed from the team. The actual debate on the trial was whether or not the student's rights were denied by not being able to take another test. In both cases, the defense won, so the student was proven guilty. There were two different classes which put on shows here at the high school for mock trial. Many classes at the high school took time out to see the trial. Some of the elementary schools from Gahanna also came to see.
From inside to outside, from the courtroom to Clipper Stadium, Gahanna students had a chance to spend an evening with the Clippers. Here's Dave.
This is David Fox for WGLH TV. And as you can see here, people are running, walking, and doing everything they can to get into Clipper Stadium. Because it's Gahanna Lincoln night at Clipper Stadium, Franklin County Stadium. As you see, as these people get their seats, they're sitting down to enjoy the group AKD. Let's take a listen to them. As you can see, many fans and supporters came out for AKD, drawing pictures and signs and having a teddy bear up in their upper screen of the corner. Now, while AKD performed at Franklin County Stadium, thanks to Mrs. Carmen Biggest, business teacher at Gahanna Lincoln, she had coordinated and arranged everything. After AKD, the Clippers came on, and as you can see, people are enjoying the game.
And another special person is Vicki Curl, who was chosen to participate in the Mentorship Program. Here's Sue with the story.
Hi, this is Sue Patton in the WGLH studio with Vicki Curl. Thank you, Vicki, for coming. Hope you don't mind if I ask you a few questions. Okay. Now, how did you learn in the Mentorship Program?
Mr. Jip, he's a coordinator of the Learning Juncture. He came into physics class, talked about the program, and then after I got home that night, I called his office and talked to him about it.
Okay, and what kind of criteria did you have to meet?
Okay, you just had to go in for an interview with Mr. Jip, and he asked you questions like why you wanted to be in the mentor program and what you thought you would get out of it. And then he found a mentor for you, and you went and had an interview with them, and then if both the mentor and you agreed, then you decided to go and mentorship at that place.
Okay, and who do you mentor with?
I have a mentorship at the Easter Seals Center with a physical therapist.
Okay, and what will you do at Easter Seals?
Well, on Wednesdays, I help with pool therapy, go in the pool, and just help the little kids move around and stuff. And then on Thursday, I work with another therapist, and I work in the therapy room, and I basically play with the children so they don't get upset or anything, and I help out with therapy sometimes. Just walk the little kids around and do exercises with them.
Okay, and how long will you be doing this mentorship program?
The program lasts for 4 months.
And this is over the summertime, school and summertime?
Yeah.
Okay, and would you recommend this program for any other students?
Yeah, I think it's a really neat program. It helps you get to know what kind of things happens at a certain job. If you're interested in it, you can tell if you really like it, or maybe you decide that you don't like it, but then you decided this now before you wasted a lot of time and energy studying everything.
Okay, thank you very much. This has been Sue Patton. Now back to the anchors.
Not only do we have exceptional students at Gahanna Lincoln, we also have a faculty member who's getting the recognition he really deserves. Here's Dan with the story.
And I'm in the office of the principal here at Lincoln Elementary, Mr. Rary. Mr. Rary is also the coach of the track team here at high school. He's won a very prestigious award, being one of the 8 top track coaches in the country. And we're waiting to talk to Mr. Rary. I asked Mr. Rary how it was he came upon winning this very prestigious award.
I understand that I came about winning it by a nomination of the Track Coaches Association in the state of Ohio. And that was following my induction into the Hall of Fame, and then the year prior to that I was the 1986 track and field coach of the state of Ohio. And so they felt it was only appropriate that they move in that direction.
I see.
Now the award you ask is the National Coaches Award, the Coach of the Year for the nation, and it's an honor that's bestowed upon each coach in a major area. There's one in track and field, one in the area of football, basketball, baseball, sponsored by Rawlings Sporting Goods Company, and it'll be bestowed on the recipient on 26th of June at the Superdome.
I also asked Mr. Rary about the accomplishments of the team this year.
Oh, we had a great track team. At the present time, we're on, as you're very well aware, we're on a roll and undefeated at the present time. We feel our biggest victory has happened to be in the area of Bel Air Relays, which was 2 weeks ago, and that was conducted with quite a number of teams from the area of Pennsylvania, Maryland, Ohio, West Virginia, and then followed through with that by winning our own relays, Gahanna. We also are undefeated in the league. We have a share of the championship because we won all of our dual meets in the Ohio Capital Conference, our last being that of Worthington. We have one remaining victory to roll up in this coming Tuesday, and following that we have the OCC divisional meet, which puts us pretty much in a dominant role with the other teams trying to play catch-up. If Worthington would be successful in outscoring us in the divisional meet, then they would tie us for the championship. The worst we can walk away with is a share of it.
I also asked Mr. Rary about any outstanding athletes on the team.
I think the entire team is outstanding. We have outstanding leadership from the senior class, led by our captain, Pat County, and we have just an assemblage of outstanding young gentlemen.
Well, we're done talking to Mr. Rary, and right here you see an article in the paper on him. This has been Dan Sherman from WGLH TV.
I guess you could say that Mr. Rary has a pretty good track record, huh?
That's really funny, Eric. Something that's not so funny is the drug problem in high schools throughout the country. Our high school has a high regard for this problem and has instituted a program in order to help students.
Everyone has a purpose for what they do, and the Youth program is no different. Recently, there was an assembly held for Youth to Youth, which is a drug and alcohol-free program. The program tries to promote positive peer pressure, and they've had some great success. Here's Lee talking to the kids at Goshen Lane Elementary.
Good, man. It just hurt really bad. And since I've been in the program, I've been doing pretty good. I've got 2 years without any alcohol or drugs in the system. And it's helped me out a lot. And if you guys could do a big favor for me, just say no. Just say no. Thanks. Okay.
You know, sitting out here in this wonderful weather, it's difficult to understand why anybody would want to mess up the beauty of things by taking drugs.
Yeah, it is beautiful out here. I bet it's great in Puerto Rico, too. That's where one of the students from our high school is going with their science teacher, Mr. Donaldson. Here's Dan with the story.
Hello, this is Dan Demchek, and today with me I have Amy Schillig and Debbie Zelig, who both won awards at the Otterbein-Battelle Regional Science Fair. Sorry, ladies, that we can't do our interview out in the grass, but we'll have to make the best of it in the studio. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Okay, what prompted you to do your projects?
Well, both Amy and I were in the Special Aspects class.
What is a Special Aspects class?
It's a class where students who get A's or B's in biology or other sciences can do independent research projects for a semester.
What did your projects deal with?
Mine was over the effects of calcium on chicken embryo development. Mine dealt with the genetic mutations caused by prolonged exposure to electromagnetic radiation.
How many people attended this science fair?
There were around 120 exhibits.
120. What awards did you receive at the fair?
Well, I received an award from the U.S. Marines for microbiology, from the U.S. Air Force for microbiology, and from the American Society for Microbiology.
What about you, Amy?
I received the Marine Corps and Navy certificates, and I was the overall fair winner, so I go to Puerto Rico for a week for the International Science Fair.
What will you do at the International Science Fair?
The same thing we did at the regional. You just have an exhibit and the judges come around and you talk to the judges.
Do you know how many people will be at that fair?
The top 600 in the world.
Top 600 in the world? From how many different countries?
Around 7 different countries.
What do you plan to do in the future?
Well, I hope to go into possibly some type of genetic counseling or genetic research.
What about you?
I'd like to go into medical technology and research.
Well, thank you for coming today. This has been Dan Demchek. Now back to the anchors.
You can really travel around if you're good at something, and the students who won in last week's elections got to travel around our city. Here's Todd with a follow-up to last week's story.
Does this scene seem out of the ordinary? Are you saying to yourself, those people in Gahanna are crazy, letting the kids run the city? It'll be anarchy! Well, don't worry, students don't run the show all of the time, just for one day. Student Government Day was held again this year, as it has been for the last 14. Student Government Day, now part of the state and local government class curriculum, is one way to get students involved with their government, and it's an excellent way to learn about how our government works. The students have a chance to find out how a democracy works. The whole process starts weeks before they take offices. Candidacies are announced for the offices, and then government students vote on who gets elected to the positions. Some of this year's important people include Craig Orr, Board of Education President Carol Jenkins' counterpart, Ann Hino-Hales, Superintendent Roger Veer's shadow, and Lisa Teaberry, Assistant Superintendent Jack Schmidt's counterpart. At the School Board of Education meeting, the students got to participate on various issues, asking various questions. Ann Hino-Hales and Lisa Teaberry also made reports on finances and other important topics at this month's meeting. The topic of greatest importance at the meeting was, of course, the bond issue, and along with the bond issue, the elementary school overcrowding problems.
Library is in the central in the building. Kindergartens are here. The primary class.
This has been Todd Spencer for WGLH TV. Now back to our anchors.
And other people who do deserve recognition are the secretaries. And here's Lisa Pauley with the story.
Recently, we celebrated National Secretaries Week. Our secretaries here at the high school were recognized for their daily contributions. Because many young people are looking for careers, I did a little research on the secretarial field. First of all, there are many kinds of secretaries: technical, administrative, legal, social, medical, school, etc. Each one of these has its own duties or specialties that make it unique. In addition to taking courses in shorthand and typing, there are many other qualifications related to the secretarial work. Manual dexterity, which means that he or she can take dictation and record it in a script format, is usually a requirement. He or she must also have good organization abilities, good judgment, tact and diplomacy, adaptability and versatility, good telephone skills, a good memory of names and faces, pleasant personality, willingness to retrain or update your skills, and speed and accuracy are also needed traits for success in the secretarial job market. Recommended high school courses are, of course, shorthand and typing, English, business math, bookkeeping, and accounting, and these days, taking computer courses will certainly be a plus factor. It would also be a good idea to attend a business college or vocational school to obtain specialization. There are many positive aspects of the secretarial job. Number one, secretaries have a wide range of job opportunities, and number two, there's a constant demand for good secretaries. Secretarial salaries start around $10,000 a year, and they may reach up to $20,000 per year in some jobs. This is not unusual salary for a person with no post-high school training. With a college education or business school training and a willingness to work, salaries can range from $20,000 to $30,000 per year, and of course some positions may pay even more. So if you're entering the job market in the near future, or you're trying to choose a career, don't overlook the possibility of becoming a secretary.
Secretaries are special people, Ann. Do you want to become a secretary?
I'm going into communications, but I'm really not sure. But school is almost out, and we should be making solid plans soon.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm going to be graduating. It just seems like yesterday that I was enrolling in kindergarten.
I know, and enrolling in kindergarten right now is a big ordeal. I was watching Nancy's clip. Here it is.
Each spring, hundreds of youngsters take part in the Kindergarten Roundup program. For them, it may sometimes seem like an ordeal, but the Roundup is meant to help them and their teachers. The presently used system in the Gahanna School District has been used successfully since 1975. The program is designed to uncover any areas that need further development or special attention and to give kindergarten teachers a basis for planning learning experiences for the following fall. Visual memory, fine motor skills, speech, vision, hearing, perception, and self-awareness are all evaluated. The child's ability to follow directions, communicate, and concentrate are also observed by the staff members. The kids also get to test out the playground and have some fun while they're at the elementary school. In this phase of the Roundup, the child's visual and audio memory is being tested. They're asked to look at, say, and remember the names of 3 pictures the staff members show them. The next phase tests the kids' fine motor skills. The students are asked to match, cut, and use pencils and crayons. They're also asked to name shapes and colors. Speech and articulation, along with correct grammar and sentence structure, will be checked during the next phase of the Kindergarten Roundup.
Yes, that's good. Where is he now?
Underneath the table.
Very good. He's underneath the table. Where is he now?
He's behind your back.
You're right. He's behind me. That's good. He's not in back of me. He is... Where is he? He's not in back. He is in... Is he on top of me?
Mm-mm.
Where is he? He is in...
Front.
He's in front. That's very good. Where is he now?
Behind.
All right. Good job. You're going to do anything It'll be all right.
In this phase of the Roundup, the child's perception and self-awareness are tested. The children will also be asked to draw a person and copy simple shapes. The Kindergarten Roundup gives teachers a means of collecting and gathering important and valuable information. In the process, the kids also manage to have some fun.
That's great, Ann. You know, there was another Roundup right here at the high school. We hosted the state competitions for band and choir, and we rated very high. Dave Fox has the story.
The state band competition was held at Gahanna Lincoln High School this week. the competition, sponsored by the Gahanna Lincoln School District and promoted by Mr. Jeff Shellhammer, the band director, went off as successful as Mr. Shellhammer said. When I talked to Mr. Shellhammer, he said that he was optimistic that the state band competition would go off well at Lincoln. He was also very, very optimistic about Gahanna Lincoln's chances at state competition. As you see here, people are warming up just before they're about to go into competition. Later, I talked to Mr. Shellhammer, and he said that the band competition went very well at Gahanna Lincoln, and also that Gahanna Lincoln did very well, taking first place in the state competition. He was very, very pleased with the people. I talked with Craig Orr. He's a senior and a drummer on the band, and he said that he was also very optimistic. He was a little nervous, as always, and as usual, as one getting ready for a competition. Here's Craig looking on, sort of nervously, sort of expectantly, waiting for his chance to play in the band. We want to congratulate our band for doing such a good job. Congratulations, and this has been David Fox for WGLH TV. Now back to the studio.
The freshman class of next fall came here last week, and we spent the entire day showing them the assets that high school had to offer them. I was there, and here it is.
While the class of 1987 is contemplating the thought of graduating from high school and going on to college, the class of 1991 is thinking differently as 8th graders from St. Matthews, Gahanna Middle School East, and Gahanna Middle School West attended the freshman orientation here at Gahanna Lincoln High School. The orientation was held in order to help the 8th graders become more acquainted with the high school. As part of the festivities, the 8th graders listened to several speakers representing the student body and Principal Dale Four. The major topic of discussion was getting involved, as the student representatives explained to the 8th graders the different types of activities offered at the high school. Mr. Four also talked about the challenges and how the incoming freshmen should take challenging courses in order to expand their horizons. We here at WGLH TV would like to wish good luck to the incoming freshman class of 1991.
Usually people think one of two things. They think, well, I'm really good at art, and so no, I'm going to get involved. That's good, you should.
This has been Eric Bruno reporting.
That clip really makes us look good. And another thing that really makes us look good is sports. Here on this wonderful day is our wonderful sportscaster, Dave Fox.
Well, thank you for that wonderful introduction, Ann. And speaking of wonderful, let's talk about the boys and girls track team. The boys and girls team is doing wonderful this season, with the boys and girls beating Groveport. The boys beating the Cruisers, 95-37, and the girls beating the Cruisers 92.5 to 32.5. The boys beat Upper Arlington 90.5 to 41.5, but the girls lost to the Bears 77 to 51. Also, in the Watkins Memorial Tournament, the boys placed 5th, while the girls took an impressive 1st place. In the Bel Air Tournament, one of the most prestigious tournaments in Ohio, the boys took 1st place, winning the tournament. Against Reynoldsburg, both the boys and girls won. Now in softball, the varsity girls haven't been doing that well. They have a season record of 2-11. The losses that the girls have had so far have been Groveport 16-11, Westerville South 16-0, Westland 12-13 in 11 innings, Whitehall 9-5, Worthington 16-10, and Reynoldsburg 7-5. Now the girls' reserve team have been doing pretty well. They have a record of 6-3. The 3 losses that they have is against Groveport, Westland, and Whitehall. Against Groveport, they lost 20-2, Westland 4-1, and Whitehall 10-3. Their wins include a win against Westerville South 5-2, Worthington 10-5, and Reynoldsburg 10-3. In varsity tennis, the guys haven't been doing that well. I've talked to Mr. Mack, and he said that good things are expected. Some of the losses include a 4-1 loss against Groveport, a 3-2 loss against Lancaster, and a 4-1 loss against Reynoldsburg.
Well, thanks, Dave. Now, Ann, if we're going to have time for that touch football game, we're going to have to wrap things up pretty quickly. So what do you say?
About the touch football game or wrapping it up?
Well, both.
Well, negative to the former and affirmative to the latter.
Okay, spoil sport. This has been Eric Bruno.
Ann Golden.
And Dave Fox.
Have a wonderful day.